to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on that. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's caught downfield by Addison. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards.
A big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are back within a score. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Big screen very well. Now, just in case you're not familiar with soccer, getting into a really good TLDR on this time. His family had been home. They were homeless. They traveled around in Europe. He was like, fascism. But he was really.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Stafford. And he's going to have to hook up to Schwartz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. The gain of 5, and it'll third and a full yard to go.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good old...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make...
Touchdown! Chuba Hubbard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Drive will start with Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And I kind of feel like that's the real reason you see Russian doing secret work.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Really bad show. They were also pretty incredible. So that's what they did. Yeah, why not?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Or at the very least, studio executives stop
Cousins.
so many different drafts.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
But they don't even need an in-universe explanation for recast. Just do it like they did with Don Cheadle in place Terrence Howard.
Quickly to Addison here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
From the red zone now, Cousins. They'll check that down to the Longu out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Relationships with other heroes, like he remains Loki and Kang and Janet. Now those are important, and they shouldn't just be expunged for the sake of doing a brand new Kang who doesn't share.
Second down and a yard.
A repeat of the problem with Thanos and Endgame. But what was wrong with Thanos? Well, Thanos and Infinity War was perfection.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
This scene right here says that.
Throwing is Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Panthers. 66 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
Ideal way to fix things is to get some inspiration from one of those iconic villains. Remember Darth Vader? Close. Agent Smith from The Matrix.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Stafford checks this down to Hubbard. They show up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's extremely nihilistic from his point of view. There is no other way. His ability to action must save reality from something far worse. And should also appear in the Fantastic Four movie.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Pass caught here by Osborne. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
All while the multiverse is dying, and it's too late to stop these incursions. And this outcome fuels Kang. He believes his cause is righteous. He must finish what he started and burn anyone who stands in his way. At the end of Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, everything comes to an end. Kang somehow creates Battle World just like Doom did in the comics. And perhaps it all ends when Kang kills Loki and steals his godly powers. Loki is now the god of stories. And maybe just before his death in the multiverse ends, Loki assembles a team of multiversal Avengers to fight God Emperor Kang in Secret Wars. This would be so appropriate since Loki was the one who brought together the original Avengers. And then, in Avengers 6, the multiversal heroes find a way to beat Kang, restart the multiverse, and thus reboot the MCU. Done. After Secret Wars, they can do the Mutant Saga, do Avengers vs. X-Men, and of course, introduce Doctor Doom as the big bad early on, and this way, they don't have to waste his story. In fact, we made a video about the Mutant Saga and how Doom fits into it, so be sure to check that out. So I say, keep Kang, recast him, work on the storytelling, and guys, it's all gonna work out. It could be so good, we're so close. Shut up and take my money! Anyways, what do you guys think of all this? Should Marvel recast Kang? Should Doctor Doom become the big villain? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And big shout out to the writer and editor of this video, Mr. Pavel T. You can let us know your thoughts down in the comments below or at me on Twitter. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe, smash that bell for alerts. For Screen Crush, I'm Ryan Airy.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Ty Chandler now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Le vendredi fou est arrivé à la baie du Son. Profitez maintenant des offres et des aubaines à tout casser.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On first down, they'll run to Wangu. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing, Cousins. And that was going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In motion comes the tight end left.
What he says is his intelligence basically seems to emerge when he was still in the room. He's developing skills that really are not prevalent in children until they're 3 or 4 years old. He was developing this.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
A lot of people mistake those that prefer that.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. Let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
And the idea is that because they're basically living day by day trying to stay alive, if she can amass the power necessary, she can basically free them from the yoke of oppression by killing off the Baron and his forces, allowing them to live without any
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Down by the Baron's men who were looking for who it was that had killed so many of his soldiers. And when they found her,
and they'll go again here with Hubbard. Now he's into the clear again. He may go. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from, oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Or he's a terrible leader because he did know and chose not to tell everyone. But regardless of the situation.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now, this to me is the reverse of their opinion. And the reason why is because as a child, dude was still extremely intelligent, but he was also very cunning, but he was also very ruthless. And what he told the villagers was that
here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Terrified for their lives in the sense that they were dealing with things
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Him and his family were doing his father's stay. The problem with this was that despite being part of the community,
Wangu gonna get it on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Handoff right side to Wangu. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play though is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Osborne here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Joseph on for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The dual life that he lived came in the form of the fact that he was a college student to the eyes of the world around him, but beyond that, he was also working on
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
He basically used technology to pass down.
Right back to Hubbard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 139 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Mexico City. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if it's put in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Go out, and they usually carry out his campaigns. Now, sometimes the do-not takes the place of him in a battle. The do-not will fight for Dr. Duke.
1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. He was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Second and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the give is Nwangu. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. Out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needs to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now, this was not a question we got a definitive answer to until
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Stafford. And Sharp calls it in. This is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Issue number 3 was pretty monumental. It was pretty awesome, and the reason why is it shows us
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Talking about late 1940s, early 1950s, but we're not quite into the 1960s. And so this point was
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd and 6 coming up.
The problem is the formula of Dr. Abraham's could not be duplicated.
Now it's Stafford.
Russia had tried to
Over the middle, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to be set up for a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Dr. Doom was perceived as well. Now, this was likely because of the fact Dr. Doom was part of the American program. And so even if the Russians don't know that he has powers, they know he was working with the American military-industrial
Now
complex.
1st and goal.
He has knowledge that would prove to be very valuable to them. Now, while Dr. Doom has escaped to Eastern Europe,
They'll run here with Hubbard.
Eastern European cities,
They will take it across. Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. This is 1st and 10. Now Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here's 1st down. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, or a quick slant or something like that.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains and make the fundamental tackle.
Try to take this home. They'll run. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring, and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Panthers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.